So Squeak's first skin, Go Squeak, got added today. This skin's only 49 gems, and honestly, I think that's a steal for this skin. As usual, I'll show off everything about this skin, and you guys can let me know if you agree or not down in the comments. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so Squeak's design was simple to begin with, so Go Squeak didn't have much to change, but personally, I think they really nailed it with this skin. Instead of a translucent blue, Squeak is now a solid white color, just like ghosts in cartoons look like. And they changed his eyes to black and purple, and they actually look a little bit scary if I'm honest, which is funny because Squeak's base skin is pretty much the least intimidating thing in the entire game. But to give the skin a little contrast, they have his purple tongue hanging out of his mouth, and any fear those eyes put into you is instantly removed because how dumb he looks. Between his eyes, his tongue, and his little fangs, I love what they did with Squeak in this skin. And the last thing to really talk about is the lock and the chains that are around Squeak that keep the lantern on his back tied to him. I think the silver and purple lantern and chains is a really good color scheme, and I think it pairs really nicely with the white of Squeak. And the only complaint I have for this entire skin is that gold lock doesn't really look great in my opinion, and I think I would have preferred it if they just would have had chains continuing through instead of having a lock on it. But really, that's the only issue I have with this skin, and it's not even that big of a deal because you can't even see it when you're playing it in game, and it's very easy to overlook anyway. But for real, this skin looks great, and I really liked what they did with it. A 49 gem skin that has win and loss animations. Did I mention this skin's a steal? Anyway, the winning animation has Squeak jumping up and shaking his head like he's trying to scare you. You know, like a ghost would do. The only thing is, it doesn't scare you because he doesn't put his tongue back in his mouth, so he's not scary, he just looks funny. And his loss animation has him jump up and down in an angry pose. Then he gets picked up and shaken by something unknown before he gets dragged to hell, leaving only his lantern behind. Both of these animations are killer in my opinion. I particularly like the loss animation myself, as I wasn't expecting him to get dragged away, and I actually laughed a bit when it was just his lantern left behind. Okay, so no sound effect changes on this skin. Crazy, I know, but for real, there's 150 gem skins that don't have sound effect changes, so what do you expect for 49 gems? For Squeak's main attack, he throws out little spirits that land at the end of his attack. The area of effect is shown and has a little bit of particle effects inside of it, and when the bombs detonate, the ghost gets much bigger and looks pretty much exactly like Squeak, with waves coming off of it from the center, and more ghosts and particle effects are shown after the bomb has gone off. This looks amazing in my opinion, and I honestly think they might have overdid it just a little bit. Not trying to complain or anything, but it's just a little distracting when you're actually playing the skin in-game. I legit couldn't help but just stop and watch the bombs explode while I was in the middle of a match, but that's just a personal problem. That's probably not going to happen to you guys because you're all hardcore gamers. For Squeak's super, he throws out a blue lantern, which splits into more little ghost bombs, and these are pretty much the exact same thing as his main attack, but they're just a little bit smaller. I will say the ghosts following the lantern while it's in the air are a really nice touch, and I honestly didn't even notice it until I was watching the recording back, so it's just a small thing that you may not notice at first, but I noticed it when watching the recording back. So, is Go Squeak worth 49 gems? Absolutely it is. There's no question about it. This skin checks all of the boxes. It's got effects, animations, and it just looks great in general. Also, there's other 49 gem skins that don't even come close to this. Handsome Colt only has animations, BB Lante only has effects on the main attack, and Vicious BB has nothing. And another thing about this skin is that all the effects and animations are extremely noticeable as soon as you play it in-game, and there are skins that cost 150 gems that don't even come close to this. Looking at you, Gladiator Colette. My honest opinion is that I think this is probably one of the best skins we've gotten all year, regardless of price, and that's saying a lot because we've gotten some killer skins this year. So I 100% recommend getting this skin if you're a light spender or you collect skins or anything like that. Now, obviously, if you're free to play, you need to decide if you want to get this upcoming Brawl Pass or not, and if you don't, then this is a skin to consider picking up, but you only have a couple days to get it done. But personally, I would always recommend getting the Brawl Pass over skins because that's the best way to progress your account and max yourself out faster. But if you really can't help yourself and you really want a Halloween skin, like I said, this is definitely one to consider because it's A, the cheapest, and B, it looks pretty much the best. But as always, let me know what you think about this skin down in the comments. I'm also going to be doing one of these skin reviews for Headless Stew in the next few days, so if you enjoyed this video and you're new, consider dropping a sub and keep an eye out for that video as well. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.